guys, welcome to Pandemic Pantry. Oh wait, I need an apron. But with all this time on our hands, I figured, why not? Today we're going to be making Madeleines. Yeah. So today we're going to be making those. I got it from this Little Paris Kitchen Cookbook. It's by Khoo. She's one of my favorites. So yeah, let's get started. In a large mixing bowl, we are going to be beating 3 eggs and 2/3 of a cup of sugar. Yeah, I pre-measured everything out. I have a horrible habit of starting to bake without reading the full recipe, and have found myself in situations like making little lemon bites and realizing halfway through that the actual recipe takes 10 hours. So I'm trying to get out of that habit. So it's a good habit to pre-measure everything, make sure you have everything, because that's definitely a thing too. I get to a point and I'm like, I don't have any sugar. So that happened when trying to make this last night. So luckily I walked to my corner store and they had little packs of sugar there. My lovely apron, also a towel. So we will beat this until it is light and frothy. Okay. So I have already pre-measured out my flour and my baking powder, and I've also have the zest of 1 lemon in the little teacup here. So we're gonna mix this all together. It is 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour and 2 tablespoons of baking powder, and then the zest of 1 lemon. This is 3/4 cups of melted butter. You will need an extra tablespoon for the shell pan. When we get to that part, so to this I am adding 1/4 cup of milk. Add that in there. 1.5 tablespoons of honey. This package is not open yet. I mean, honestly. 1.5 tablespoons of honey as I get this going. Mix that together. It's a lot of butter, but it's a French little pastry, so they love the butter. So now that that's all mixed together, you're gonna add that to your egg and sugar. Give it a quick little beat. Okay, now you're gonna fold your flour mixture in 2 separate batches. And you really just want to fold it in and not mix it too much, because then you'll lose the fluffiness of your eggs. And I didn't adhere to that the first time I made this, and they came out very, very dense. And that's not what we want. We want really light, fluffy cake little shells. Okay, the second portion of it. I'm not sure why I started my first one with baking, because I'm not a baker. But you know what? Having a new, or trying to make one, that's really what we're doing here. Trying to make a cooking show and, you know, post it and all that fun stuff is a little scary. So I figured that that's scary. Why not one-up it and do something else that's scary, like baking? My next post will be me cooking something though. I didn't talk about preheating the oven because this is gonna get covered and go into the refrigerator, and it's going to chill for, it said a couple hours or overnight, so we're gonna give it a couple hours, then get to piping into our little cute shelled pans. I have a large one, and then I just came across this small one the other day, and so I figured, let's just make two, little bite-sized ones and large ones. All right, be back in a bit. So we're back. I already started to pipe into my small pan, and I'm working on the big one right now. I transferred the dough into a Ziploc bag and just snipped the corner of it so it's a makeshift piping bag. So yeah, I'm gonna finish filling these and then we're gonna pop them in the oven. And I have the oven preheated right now to 375 degrees. And we'll pop them in there. They'll bake for 5 minutes, and then you turn the oven completely off. You let it bake for a minute in the cool down oven, and then you put it back at 325 and bake it for another 5 minutes. And that's how you get the little peaks on top, what these particular pastries are known for. So I'm gonna continue on with this. Set a little timer for 5 minutes. All right, I pulled my little ones out a little ahead of time because they're smaller, so they obviously cook a little quicker. Timer went off. We are ready to pull out the large pan. So these are quite puffy. I'm gonna let them cool for just a second, and then I will take them out of the molds. So I just dusted them with a little Confectioners Sugar just to give it a little bit more sweetness. But then also they just look prettier that way. So let's break into one of these. Super light, super moist, very fluffy. I'm glad I took the time to fold the dough instead of just whipping it up really quick. I love these. They're probably one of my favorite pastries just because they aren't very sweet and they aren't very heavy, and they just have a nice little lemony taste to them. They're very satisfying. This plate will be gone by tonight probably. Well, I was gonna talk there, but we need to finish that. Well, I just got my oven restarted to 375 because I have a little bit of dough left, so I want to use it all up because these are amazing. I hope you enjoyed my show. I will be back cooking something next time. So yeah, see you then. Dishes time.